Hello and welcome to today's overview of our lesson from Bud Not Buddy. Today we will be focusing on a poem called If. Our lesson objectives for today will include a review from our previous assignment and a new objective. So our review objectives are: I can select text evidence to support themes from Bud Not Buddy. I can analyze the writing techniques the author uses to convey themes in Bud Not Buddy. I can describe the structure of the poem If. So our third objective will be the new standard that we will focus on today. So for the beginning of our lesson, we're going to look at what we did yesterday, but using a different theme just to get that extra practice. So what you will need to do I would recommend rewatching this video of these examples that I gave using persevere through challenging times. So I will watch this video again, just as a review. And again, I have a copy of the text here, but the new theme is when one door closes, another door always opens. So this is from, you can find examples in chapters 7, 8, and 12. So remember that you can find how the author conveys theme through different techniques. So remember, we have the dart from the video that we also watched yesterday. So that is through dialogue, that are through their actions, their relationships with others, and their thoughts. Other ones that you can use today is the plot, the way in which the story is told. That could be another way in which the author conveys the theme. We've also looked at, if you saw from the previous video, we looked at rules. Rules is another way in which the author uses to convey the theme of a story. So think about these as you are finding your examples. Does it fall under dialogue? Does it fall under actions? Does it fall under relationships? Does it fall under thoughts? Does it fall under the plot? Does it fall under rules? So think about those as you are selecting them. If it doesn't fall under any of those, then you may want to find another event to put in your graphic organizer. The new material that we'll be focusing on is the poem If. So here are 3 stanzas from If. You will be looking at a 4th stanza later. We will be using the first 3 stanzas to kind of analyze together as a class. Here is a reading of the text. And then we have our oral discussion questions. If you are doing this without me in the Google Meets lesson, please type your responses here below. So what do you think the poem is mostly about? What makes a poem different from a story? How is poetry read differently from a story, and why? And again, if you click up at the top here, there is the poem, and you can answer your questions here. Next, you have a graphic organizer, which you will complete things that you notice and wonder about the poem. So I have questions in here that I would like for you to put in your graphic organizer. So if you look at the graphic organizer, I have the lines of the poem here. We have noticed, wonders, and paraphrased. We are not going to focus on the paraphrase section right now. This will be done on a later date. We are just focusing on the notices and wonders. So on your notice and wonders chart, these are some things that you should include. What do you notice and wonder about the structure, the way it's organized of the first stanza? So click here, look at the first stanza. What do you notice about how it's organized? What do you notice or wonder about the punctuation? How does the punctuation help guide your reading of the stanza? That could go under your notice. What do you notice and wonder about the word choice? Are there any words or phrases that stand out to you? Any that you do not know? That can go under your wonder and why. Why do those words and phrases stand out to you? Maybe it's something you do know, but maybe you like a specific line. Put those things on this graphic organizer. And you do that again. Answer the questions again by clicking on the text. You can make it smaller, move it, type here, I notice. And if you want to add another one, text, you can make it smaller, put your wonder here, so you can move them around and you can make as many as that will fit. So that will be your assignment. So please use the text box feature. Do not use the drawing feature. And then your homework is to read chapters 13 and 14 of Bud Not Buddy. That is all. If you have any questions, I am always available for office hours at 8:20 or at 12:20. Take care. Have a nice day.